Okay, so I mentioned a while back, before I got back to the house, that I had gotten some LEDs from VLEDs.com that I think I was technically supposed to send back, but never did. So I have two sets of these 1157 LEDs, and as you can see, yeah, they don't have the 3157 base, so they weren't going to work on the Blazer. But I held on to them, and just in case, you know, and now we're going to see if they actually work. Now, as you know, the blinkers usually have that incandescent on-off look to them. Like you can see them going off and on as the filaments heat up and cool off. Well, we're about to change that here. Yeah, we'll shut them off, so we don't blow anything up, you know. Alright, so this just pops out like that, real simple. And in there you can see the other bulb, which I already put in there. You saw that one's LED, also from VLEDs, but this one came out of my Blazer. Good stuff. Now, we'll go ahead and pull these out of here. And they got all this goop inside for some odd reason, I don't know. And as you can see, there's only one way this bulb is going to go in, because there's one notch down here and one notch up here, so that the bright versus dim is going to work right. And it looks like it goes this way. And it looks like I'm not wrong. So, let's see what we get for a difference here. Let's go ahead and pull the other one out and get this out of the way for the moment. And we'll see what we're dealing with a difference here. Yeah, as you can see, the LEDs are instant on, instant off. Yeah, what a nice bulb. Looks like a strip of them is iffy on whether it wants to work or not. Well, that's not right. Well, it's enough to work at least. So, yeah, big difference there. So now we can get this one and do the same thing with the other bulb. And it goes this way. Yeah, awesome. Now, I'm gonna have another problem, I'm sure. I'm gonna put the key in and turn it on. As you can see, I got the flashers on right now, so put the key in here, turn that on, turn you off, and we'll end up with a hyper flasher. On or off, doesn't matter. Sure does look cool though. I wonder if that one just needs to be resoldered. It's gonna drive me crazy knowing it's not working right. Oh well. But yeah, that's a problem because there's not enough load with LEDs to, well, we're gonna fake out the flasher basically. We're gonna come up under here where you can't see, and we're gonna pull out the flasher unit real quick. Yeah, so back here where we got a little bit more light, and you can see the flasher unit. Yes. Now this thing can be taken apart And we're going to do that. Get that out of the way. And we'll dig into this thing a little bit and see what we got. Alright. So this here's the actual flasher unit and relay. This little microchip on top is what we have to thank for the hyperflash. Now, I know of a particular how-to on a certain S-Series forum that deals with the exact same sort of flasher units, and you can actually take one of these pins off of the board and have this flasher unit function normally. Either that, or I'm just gonna screw everything up here, you know? There we go. And I just busted off the pin entirely. So, if this thing doesn't work now, I have that to blame. I have only myself to blame. Okay, so I'm going to put this thing back together now. Preferably the way it came apart. Just like that. I'm going to check the orientation before I snap this thing back on in case it's upside down. Because there is a certain way this has to go in there. And lo and behold, I did have it upside down. So, we're going to take this, we're going to turn it around. It's going to go this way. Because this is how it has to go. With the 3 pins down. And now, we're going to stick this thing back under here. Snap it in place. And suddenly the blinker works. That was way too easy, actually. Come to think of it. Yeah. Now we have normal speed flashing blinkers. Now something else I noticed. Oh, that light's not going to go out now. Great. The other side's going to work normally because, of course, it doesn't have any low impedance issues. But yeah, that's just the mod I'm doing right now. I'm going to put LEDs in my fronts. Because I got another set here. Yep, and these were just sent to me instead of the 3157s I needed, so at the time I'm not really sure why I kept them, but I'm glad I did now because they work. But yep, I'm going to finish this up, put everything back together, and we're going to have LEDs in the front. I might grab the set of load resistors I have from the Blazer. For some reason, I have a spare set of load resistors. I don't know if I just bought a spare set for the Blazer or something, but that's in this box of spare parts. Where are you guys at? There you are. Set of 2 load resistors. Solder them in someday. Just for the sake of not having those blinker indicators in the dash on all the time, you know? See, I don't use these little crimpy things. I solder them in. But yeah, put these in place, and that's actually what I used instead of cutting the pin on the flasher unit, because that's what worked. But yeah, so that's that. And of course, just the flasher's normal working, so yeah, so that's a good 11.5-minute update. Have fun with that.